All right, guys. The moon rides, I've ran the numbers. And we can't do moon rides this week. However,
Not in the budget.
Not in the budget.
not in the budget yet. Low budget went to no budget, but we're going to work on that. We do have to go over some stuff. Sadly, we can't do it on the air. Tears,
Tears.
Patreon.
Yeah. So we have a Patreon.
We do. It's the only thing it's not set up is the tiers. But I didn't want to be like, these are, you know what I mean?
This is what you get.
That's something, yeah. Well, I figured that's like a multiple input person.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we're back after a week.
Another one down.
Another one bites the dust.
If anybody freezes, because I'm not actively monitoring yet.
I'll take a look.
I can keep an eye.
All right. Thank you, people.
Yeah, because I'm over on this side.
I got a lot of buttons. I'm in control of a lot of buttons over here.
It is. It is.
If somebody
Complex,
messed
too.
up this console and put like a launch nukes button, I would probably bump it
For
Yeah.
sure.
weekly.
Oh, every week.
No, not on purpose. Accident. Just fumbling.
So how was everyone's weeks? What'd you guys do?
Oh, we're just having like,
Shit.
wow.
Why not?
that's-
Why not just talk
That's
about
real
it?
casual.
It's
man. I
been
don't know.
been a week.
What don't we
What
do?
has changed in the lives of Nick and Tim?
I watched a series. I'm gonna spoiler alert because you have to do that thing because when you get a much larger audience than ours, people will rage out if you ruin a show that they haven't seen. So I said it. Spoiler
What's the
alert.
show?
American Vandal.
Okay.
Anybody know what I'm referencing?
Mm-mm.
Anybody here have Netflix?
I do.
Yes.
Okay. The second season is the funnier one. The first one, basically, it's a kid that makes a documentary, and it's a high school-based thing. And he's making a documentary about a kid that got blamed for spray painting a bunch of dicks on cars.
Okay.
The second one, there is a person committing crimes, the turd burglar.
Ah, yes.
So
the
he
legend.
gets everybody with the lemonade at a Christian school with like a really like high-powered laxative. And they called that the brownout. And then there's more other poop-related incidents. And this is an actual TV show taken seriously, shot like a documentary. I encourage you guys to watch it.
Sounds
and anybody else
interesting, yeah.
out there. Yes, it is. My wife and I were sitting there, and she doesn't laugh at like
Anything.
poop humor and stuff like
Okay.
that, not commonly. And I was sitting there, and we saw kind of like the Sizzler reel for it. And when it came on, we were both genuinely laughing, like an honest laugh, not like, oh, I'm trying to fit in laugh, like a real laugh.
From
like,
the gut.
and we're both like, that's messed up. And I did watch some of it so far, and it's actually funny and it's well shot. So, American Vandal on Netflix. I don't know if it's available on any other platform.
At least Netflix.
At least Netflix, I can guarantee.
That's
so go
probably-
check it out, people. American Vandal. There are 2 seasons currently. I'm hoping for a third.
What about you, Tim?
We should put the spotlight on them.
Got to tried that. It's like a free version of PUBG.
On
Ring
mobile?
Of, no, on PC. Ring of Elysium.
Oh,
What is,
you were
what is
playing
this
with...
now? I haven't even heard of this.
It's free PUBG. It's set on like a mountain, so like instead of it being like a lightning ring, it's like a snowstorm that pushes you in.
Okay.
And the interesting twist at the end is that there's a helicopter, and that's your way out in the last circle. So you have to climb a ladder up to it, while everybody else is just camping it.
There's a
get out.
very similar game. I do not remember what it's called, but basically you're in a jungle, and the world is caving in on you slowly. And to get out, you have to collect these artifacts and then pop onto a helicopter. There's not 100 people. There's 10, 16.
So climbing that ladder before you're the last one is not an option.
It's not ideal.
I mean, you
It
could
happened.
get lucky if everybody else is battling it out.
Yeah, that happened in a game last night.
Ooh,
Yeah. Like one guy just snuck up in there where there were like 12 people left.
damn.
So,
That
and
was
it's a little more Call of Duty than PUBG. Like there's hit markers and stuff like that.
Right.
But I
Okay.
kind of like that.
And this is free?
Yeah, it's free.
Through Steam?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Yeah, that was being told about it.
Yeah.
Well, what I did is I played a precarious amount of... Well, I worked the entire week, and then I played a precarious amount of Diablo, to which I've gotten my first kill from the grave, where I died, and then my minions killed Diablo. Actually, Diablo we were playing against. And it wouldn't let me finish the campaign
Because you were dead.
because I was dead.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Which Diablo?
Three,
Three.
I think.
I'm
The
excited.
newest one.
Yeah, hoping there's a fourth.
Okay, yeah, I think I played Diablo, the original and 2, maybe.
Oh, you should get 3. It's very good.
My friends in high school played 1 and 2, and then I tried 3, and yeah, I'm just not all down for like the quest for the +1 pants, man.
Plus
Yeah.
one.
Get
page.
out of here. That's my dream. Not
No,
obviously not that,
yeah,
but
those games, it's like let's just crawl around a dungeon and find a slightly better pants.
yep, that's
Yeah,
pretty
that's
much
Diablo.
it. I've been searching for probably 2 months now to find a single item that I've been looking for.
Yeah. No,
I just
no,
can't
thanks.
get it.
No, I'm good on that.
Yeah, I guess you're right. That's kind of
Not my
sounds dull.
Hey, I mean, I'm not gonna like deny anybody saying that. I'm not gonna say you can't play it, you can't enjoy it, but not my cup of tea, man.
I get you.
Yeah.
Well, that actually takes us into the Linux issue.
Yeah. So this is you're loaded up on this.
Oh yeah, I'm excited, mad, a combination of all three. Hi, my camera's getting fixed right now, so in case I start to change.
Yeah, you will. We're going to go with that, man. That looks
good.
better.
That looks good. So, do you remember how a few weeks ago we talked about how Steam was potentially releasing this thing where you could play on a Linux system, but all your games would regularly work?
Mm-hmm.
Well, apparently, it's not just Steam anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So the people who made Portal, my gosh, what are they called? The
Valve.
Valve
The
released
people
their
who own Steam.
yeah
Yeah.
released an official Valve owns Steams. I didn't know that. That's good to know.
Yeah.
They released an official isolated.
Like
I
a
guess they're the
client?
same thing.
Mm.
Yeah. And which prompted responses from other tech companies to be like, "Hey, we want to also make it so that our games work on Linux, but we don't have to code for it. So can we use this?" And they go, "Yeah, here's your kind of coding mantra." So like, you know how you code for an Xbox or a PlayStation? They have their own rules that you have to follow.
Mm-hmm.
It's seeming like Steam is starting to become like that. If you want to post a game on there, you're going to have to start following how they code so that it'll work on all the systems, not just one.
That's a good thing.
It's good and it's bad. I'm
Yeah.
mad that they're forcing pigeonholing people into that because that can remove some of the creativity and how games work and how they happen. But at the same time, to be able to no longer pay for Windows and be able to game, because that's the only reason I have.
Windows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I imagine a lot of people.
They would lose so much profit. And they would either have to switch to an all-paid monthly service like you guys were potentially talking about, or...
There's three main reasons that I'm aware of being involved in computer repair industry, kind of like you're saying, gaming, Office. Like, people are tied into Office, and there are so many free alternatives out there that work every bit as good.
Yeah, like Google Docs.
Yeah, Google Docs, you OpenOffice, LibreOffice, they're all alternatives that will run on Linux or even Windows, if you don't want to pay for an Office suite. And the other thing is these third-party apps that get antiquated, deprecated quite quick, like QuickBooks, how it should have died years ago, and now they're finally doing an online thing. There's that, but like, I don't have any good examples, but like the sewer authorities, like people that are in charge of water and sewer, they have their own like custom apps that they use. And there's another one I'm familiar with. It's like Bible Searcher or Bible Seeker or Truth Seeker or something. It's like a religious related thing that a guy I know uses, and they're just poorly coded apps that were meant to be ran on like XP, and the people really haven't updated them since then. They barely got them working on 7, so which means they either barely work or don't work on 10. That's some of the reasons people rely on Windows, because there is no alternative for those really proprietary, badly coded third-party apps on Linux.
Yeah, and the question goes really back to how bad do you want something. So you can hire a person to write you a program for maybe a few $100s that you could resell. If you do proper licensing. It's not bad, and it's cheap to do. You can go to your local college and find someone that knows how to do it.
Well, just an example of one of those apps, a company that has dealt with the one place that I work for. I think they were paying like $3,000 a year to use a program that was pretty much coded from the like 98 Millennium shift to XP, coded back then.
Yeah.
And not very often updated, and finally got it working, and they're stuck back on 7. And the people have no plans of updating it to work with 8, 8.1, or 10.
I've like in like working production.
I've
ran into the programs like that.
They found a new program that doesn't cost them $3,000 a year. It costs $300 a year. So they're saving a lot of money. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they never thought of it until both my boss and myself were like, "There's other options out there. Take a look."
Yeah.
And they finally did, and they're like, "Wow, we can't even believe it. It's going to save us so much money." So if you're stuck in an old program, take a look. There may be other options. There may be a free option on Linux. In that case, you're not paying for an operating system, updates, or an Office suite.
Or, I mean, like you said, a few $100, you can just get someone to code you a custom one tailored to your needs. Exactly.
Hit me up. You want something designed? I'll give you an estimate for free. Websites, whatever you need.
I need some moon landing software.
Yeah.
A moon landing software for the rider?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
don't worry.
100%.
Get
got
right
it.
on that.
The consultation's free, though.
Oh, yeah. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
We'll talk after the show.
We will take as many people as want to go, 2 at a time.
It's a lot of trips, man.
But we don't know when we're starting this, so
Okay.
And there's a down deposit of $50,000. It's new since
I don't
joined the
think.
team.
Could you really think you could put a rocket in orbit with 50 grand?
Not 50 grand on itself, but I think we could design a rocket that we could reuse, and we could keep charging people 50 grand.
Well, I mean, and how big does a rocket have to be? Like,
Do you think there's enough?
if for 2 people,
No, not for some to take 2 people. No.
Do you
50
think there's
grand's nowhere
enough
close.
freely available information out there from the trials and tribulations of NASA and SpaceX and everybody else that you could actually?
yeah.
I mean, there's that one flat Earth guy. He's like a farmer or something. Plus, he built a rocket and he wanted to shoot himself into up into orbit.
And then it turned out that he proved the Earth was round by doing that.
Yes.
That was really funny.
Yeah, that was great. Like, troll yourself. But no, I don't know. I don't think I could design a rocket, man. I'm not.
I think
That's
I
not
could.
my-
I think
that's out of my ballpark. Not my wheelhouse at all.
to get a rocket in orbit, I think is a lot harder than getting a rocket out of Earth's atmosphere. So I'm positive that we could just shoot something that high up. We've done it. We can get the fuel
Nah, man, you're gonna hit the dome. You're gonna hit the dome.
for the Earth. No, but I think we could, as regular end people, I think you could. Getting permissions from
Everyone
the
do
government
that,
and everyone
yeah.
might be a bit harder, but
Do you think that's the sticking point? Like, I got a good plan, but you got to let me do it.
no.
You don't think that's the?
If I go into a bank and say, all right, I got a really good idea for a company, but like, before I tell you, I'm going to need you to tell me you're giving me the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's
Doesn't
gonna
work like
work.
that. Yeah.
Not
not.
gonna work that way.
Not very easily.
No. Okay. Well, Moonride's not this week. We are working on it.
We'll get back to you.
Well, speaking of coding, IBM actually has an open right now source development team. They've put out a lot of data, and it's to calculate weather anomalies and weather issues. So, predicting natural disasters, hurricanes, floods. They've basically taken the past since we've started recording data, thrown it out onto the internet, and they're giving a prize of $200,000 for anyone that can properly design an algorithm that within a certain percentage error can calculate tornadoes, hurricanes,
Ooh, okay,
natural disasters.
okay.
And I've gone on there and you can see some of the other people's code in the public sources. Some people link their GitHub and stuff. And this one gentleman has a smart algorithm that took the data, broke it up into what components it was based on the data and everything, and then the AI goes through and tries to create weather phenomenon based on the patterns that it's seen previously. So by creating the weather phenomenon, he got within like an 80% chance of predicting
The weather.
and how people are going to react to the weather. So one of the good things is the hurricane that just happened. What was the big one called?
Florence.
Florence.
Is that who it was? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Who it was.
Yeah, that's the dude.
That's
He owes you $20, right?
No.
He predicted that humans would
Hugo.
assume
Okay.
not only that it was going to, he predicted it was going to be a Category 4 whenever it touched land, but that humans would assume that it would begin to start curving down based on the wind patterns that it have, rather than what it actually did was keep going up. So
Okay. So he was right or wrong.
he was within 5% error rating of when it was going to hit, how it was going to hit, how strong it was going to be, and what the winds were going to be on average.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah,
So there's
it's still
people out
pretty
there.
close.
People out
Yeah.
there doing good shit.
And you can just go take a look at this and submit your own. There's some pretty amazing ones. There's a new algorithm that a guy did several years ago that was for, I'm going to forget what it's called, dry land flooding. I forget what it's called. Flash floods.
Yeah.
He wrote his own algorithm, and he could predict when a flash flood was going to hit an area months in advance. Like the weather service had no idea that there was going to be a flash flood here, but he took natural ratings and areas of high rainfall, and he factored in land height and everything, and where a flash flood would happen. And he would go, and I'm sure you've seen a video. He stands there with a few people, and he actually records, and you can see the flash flood come through and go over top of them. It's really neat.
Not me, man. I like the weatherman. They seem to lie a lot.
Just lie to you. That's all you want.
Well, not all the time.
Just make me-
Sometimes it's true, but
Yeah.
I get a range of emotions, like spectrum end to the other side. Happy, sad. He's a liar.
What a fool.
Yeah, I don't watch TV though, so that's a lie too.
But yeah, programming's a big thing. I'm surprised more people don't actually reach out because you think everyone has an idea for something. Why not at least talk to someone about it?
You don't really get an intro to coding when you set up your own Linux system, but if you just do anything other than go with the base install,
You gotta pick up some.
not really coding, you're modifying text files
Okay.
is the main thing. Yeah, you can get into coding. There's so much freely available stuff, and there's a lot free on Windows too, right?
Substantial amount.
But more on Linux.
I'd say it's about the same, actually. So most coding sources don't isolate themselves from one or the other.
Okay.
So if you know how to code in Windows, per se, in a Windows environment,
Right, VB.
you know how to code in all of them.
Okay. No, but I mean just as far as different languages like Python and Perl.
They work on all of them still. So there's not
Okay.
really aside from language-specific things, so there's actually levels of them. So let's say you have HTML. You're not going... HTML is a web-based programming, for those who
Right.
don't know. You're not going to use... That was weird.
Yeah, I don't even know where that came from.
Yeah.
Well, you're not going to use HTML to determine the factors of a graph or the factors of a group of numbers. You're going to use Python or a scripting language or a
Right.
compiling language for that. Everyone has their own different opinion of where things go. You could technically do it with HTML. It wouldn't really work that well, but it would work.
Right, some stuff's more suited to do.
Yeah, but HTML works on all computers, just like programming languages work on all computers. It's
Right.
just some are better designed for that one than others.
I sat down and struggled my way through a Hello World.
Hi, world.
Yeah, Hello World with coding, and I'm like, yeah, not for me.
See, I understood the ideas behind it, but yeah, it gets really complicated really quick.
I love it.
I don't have the brain for it or the time anymore. At one time I did have time, and that's when I, fumbled my way through getting it. And all you do is get it to read back Hello World.
Well, I got into ones that do a little more than that, but not much more than that.
Very simple, and it was so far above what I understood.
But
Yeah.
you can do so much cool stuff with it. For example, literally what I just wrote was in HTML. I
Not
wrote
me.
parallax. That's an image that goes underneath another image and holds its shape. So, like on our website, when you scroll up and down on that antisocial, if you want to show them that, rather than having the image scroll with you or not move at all, what actually happens is the image goes underneath the text. So your text just kind of scrolls
Yeah.
up over the image.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It took me a substantial amount of time to figure out the algorithm for it, but once the algorithm was down pat, it just worked, and I could reuse the code over and over again, and it's really cool, really really cool.
Yeah, I have an option actually for the website to do that. I don't know. I like it, but it doesn't always work. Whenever I have it set, it's supposed to be, what is the term when it's cross compatible from Android to iOS to Windows?
Cross compatible.
No.
think you
There's
used
dynamic, not dynamic. There's there's a term I'm thinking of and I can't think of it. Responsive?
No, dynamic was closer.
Yeah, but there's a term that they use for websites when
Universal
it's not universal. It's how it's going to look on whatever platform.
scales properly.
No, it's like a one-word thing and it's a big word. I think responsive is the thing.
Key lime pie, maybe.
Maybe I don't know, man.
Apple pie.
But yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It only works on some platforms when I have it set to actually do that. So I don't like those results.
Well, it's how platforms interface with it. So more and more, it seems like Safari and Internet, and I guess it's called Edge now, are the piles of crap that's dragging everyone down.
Edge.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
Aren't they? They're super bloated, aren't they?
No. Well, yes and no.
No,
So
okay.
they don't include. They have their own kind of path that they. Well, Safari's a little weird, but Edge kind of has its own path that it likes. So if it doesn't, for example, there's the way the tables work in HTML is they're spaced properly so that you can have text in the middle, text on the sides. Internet Explorer doesn't like using tables, so you have to do it their way, or you get these big boxes because that's how they have the tables designed to show up.
All right.
Looks stupid.
I don't know. I don't like Edge. I didn't like Internet Explorer.
As soon as Chrome became available, I went Chrome.
Yeah.
I don't have much experience with Firefox.
Before Chrome, I was on Firefox.
I'm a big fan of Brave. It's built off of the Chrome interface, and
We've been over that.
it's wonderful.
I don't like that though. Whenever they take something and then modify, I know people come up with good stuff that way. One perfect example is Chromium. It's like a Chrome icon, but it's different shades of blue. Horrible. And that was like what I'm not going into the history, but that was before Chrome was widely available on Linux. Chromium was available, and then Google saw that, and I guess they changed it. I don't know. I'm talking years ago.
I remember.
A more recent example may be how like Fire OS is just based off Android.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
And then they built a bunch of stuff off of Fire.
Fire,
It's
yeah.
going to be, well, not even Fire OS, but Firefox. There's IceFox, there's WaterFox.
No, there's Ice Weasel.
Ice
well,
Weasel.
I meant like the one that's
Kindle
running-
Fire.
Yeah,
Kindle Fire operating system. But they still don't have the App Store for it.
No.
It would be cheaper for them at this point, and they get more sales if they just
did it.
paid
Yeah.
for the license.
Yeah.
Amazon, just release your Kindle tablets. Let them be called a Kindle Fire.
But like
Normal Google Play.
Yeah.
So much simpler. No, everybody wants their own unique flavor.
I'm a cake kind of guy. What about you?
Cake.
Oh, yeah, you ask him. This is a
Flavor?
good question because you asked this to everybody.
I do. This is my what's your
What?
favorite type of cake?
I don't know.
Any cake you could think of. They're just the best kind.
Cake?
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know, man. Like,
Are you blueberry and like chocolate? Do you
that,
like
no, it's like that white cake with the little strawberry pieces in it or whatever. Like the little strawberry flecks.
Do you mean like the sprinkles or
Not sprinkles.
like
It's
the
like,
confetti kind of.
not
but just
confetti, no. It's like little,
chunks of strawberry.
yeah, kind of like if you get a pack of oatmeal and you have like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
dehydrated blueberry.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's in the cake.
Okay,
Yeah.
well then, what type of cake batter are you doing? Like angel food cake batter, or just like
Just whitey.
just a
Just
white
regular white cake
vanilla?
with that stuff in
Plain whitey batter.
Tim, what
there.
about you?
What about icing?
No.
No icing.
No, you just like I don't know
Just
what kind of
cake?
madman you are.
Cake and milk, man.
I can
Cake
I can,
and milk?
No, I can jive with that.
I like
can't jive
pies.
with
Pies are the way
Yeah,
to
I
go.
prefer
Strawberry
pies.
rhubarb. Come on.
Yeah.
There's a great place called Green Acres in Houtzdale.
We know. I know about it. Yeah.
Oh, if you go in and you ask for a frozen pie, frozen
If you go
peanut
just a
butter
little
chocolate
further
pie.
down the road to Jimmy's Corner, you can get like a banging milkshake too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Neither of these are paid advertisements.
No,
By
they're
the
just
way,
really good.
If
It's really good.
after this, do you remember want to go over to either of those places?
We can.
It sounds like a good time, actually. They're probably closed at Sunday.
No, they're open. They do a lot of business on Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday's a big day for these small areas
towns,
that we're
yeah.
in.
I didn't realize that.
People are out going to church and they want to eat after church. Yeah. No,
we
you
just
stay.
closed. The American Diner closes on Sundays. So.
It closes early too. Any other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's not open that
They've
late.
always had whack hours.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I like you guys' food, if anybody from there sees it, but you have
I'll tell Dave,
arbitrary
don't worry.
hours at best.
My favorite kind of cake. We did go over this.
What was yours?
It's marble cake with the whipped icing. The not too sweet, not too heavy icing. Yeah. That's it.
Oh, yeah, icing is just too sweet for me.
I'm a pie guy. I'm like
Yeah, I like pie.
understand.
Pie. That's
Pie's
where
good.
it's
With-
at.
There's no argument. Pie
Pie's
is
better.
where
Yeah.
it's. Well, I don't think it's better.
I think it's better
I
than-
think
son.
you
It's
can get
better.
better
What are you
cake
talking
than you can
about?
pie
I
sometimes.
disagree, sir. I disagree. Well, what do you classify cheesecake as? Is that a cake or
That's
a pie?
cake. It says cake in the name. It's a cake.
Not technically,
Not
man.
technically, because that's closer. That's closer to like.
I'm also,
pie.
to put it in perspective, I'm also not a gigantic fan of cheesecake. You have to get me very
I'm pretty
particular.
good. I like. I'm a fan.
I don't like.
We're really talking about desserts.
Yeah, we are.
Why
Fuck,
not?
yeah,
I
fuck
mean-
that, man. I like dessert.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good shit.
If you don't like desserts, you're not welcome on this podcast.
Yeah. What's your favorite kind of pie, though?
Strawberry rhubarb.
Strawberry
by
rhubarb,
far.
is it? This is a tricky one, but I gotta go coconut cream.
That's good.
That's-
That is
mm.
chocolate cream, banana
yeah.
cream.
The best pie I've ever had in my whole life has come from Green Acres in that frozen section. And speaking again of the American Diner, that's actually where the best cake I've ever had has come from.
Okay. Well,
The owner's wife, Sarah. I used to work at the American Diner,
Okay,
by the
well-
way.
well, what's your name? The pie and the cake, man. Let's go.
Okay, pie is the peanut butter chocolate pie with like a
Okay.
chocolate drizzle on it.
So it's kind of like a Reese pie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty
kinda.
good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Good
then by far the best cake, I'm a chocolate and peanut butter kind of guy,
Yeah.
is a chocolate cake with Sarah's
butter-
homemade peanut butter icing.
That's not a bad. Well, that's too sweet. That's just too much sweet for me. That kind
Guy
of cake.
complaining about strawberry pie. You got strawberries and pie.
I said coconut cream, man. That's a mildly sweet pie, man.
Key lime pie is also
Yeah, it's
really
bang.
great.
Mhm.
Second favorite, but I don't even usually bring it up because I usually if there's more than we're gonna say 4 or 5 people in the room, somebody always brings up you just like it because of Natural Born Killers. Like, no, I was eating key lime pie
I've never
before
seen
that
the
was
movie,
ever even a
so-
fucking
What's
movie.
the movie?
Natural Born Killers. I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
Never seen
I
it.
don't know.
All right, well, dude, you should watch it.
I have to watch The Hunt for Red October today. My boss told me.
Yeah, that's a great movie too.
Tom Clancy, right?
I think
I think it's Tom Clancy.
it's got
Possibly.
that British dude or whoever in it.
Sean Connery.
I think, doesn't it?
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
I don't know. I'm gonna find out tonight. Aren't
Yeah,
I?
Sean Connery's in it.
Okay, yeah, I'm not
I think
mistaken.
I think it's him playing a Russian.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, they make
Yeah.
fun of him for that. Cause
But
he's
does he still have like his Scottish accent,
well,
or does he do a
he's-
Russian accent?
And then there's a Scotsman in it
Yeah.
who isn't Scotsman,
Scottish,
is
yeah.
British.
Damn.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
So they're really confused in that movie.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it for a long time, but I do know it's good. I think you'll like it. Natural Born Killers, you may or may not like it. Kind of crazy, but still a good flick.
Yeah. So,
All right.
RTX cards.
Yes.
Finally
Oh,
got
yeah.
finally got like
Who
their-
benchmarked these?
I saw Jay's 2 Cents, Linus,
All the big people.
Paul's Hardware. Yeah. So I watched like a bunch of them. They do perform, but the question is, well, and at the time nobody had any access to anything with ray tracing to see comparable like how it does with that. So we're just going raw numbers, performance,
Right.
traditional. Yeah, it is more performance. The 2080 Ti is now the most powerful card out there.
As it should be.
But
Well,
people
yeah, for
like
sure.
people are saying like, yeah, not really worth it though because of like the high price now on it.
What is retail on 2080 Ti?
$1,000.
Woo!
Yeah, 1,100 if you want the founders. So there'll be other ones ranging from like 1,000 to 1,200. You know what I mean?
See, I bought my 660 unless I just wasn't aware. I'm pretty sure that was before there was a Founders Edition.
Oh, but it's a new. I gotta say this though too.
Like it wasn't a thing then.
The 2080 Ti, SLI is back. It's called something else. It's like NLink or something.
Yeah.
But in your computer, it still registers SLI, like,
Right.
and all this and everything. But it actually scales in most games like 65% performance. So like it's back.
Okay, so
Yeah,
they're
it's
gonna
viable
they're
again.
gonna rehash it.
Not for like 3 or 4 cards, but 2 cards. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, but yeah,
Bitcoins will be super efficient.
yeah. Oh, but they gobble power. Like the one I saw Jay's 2 Cents do when he did the SLI, he had to have 6 power supply PCI core, like 3 in each card because he was like overclock. Like
How many watts?
I forget.
That's
But I think like some of these higher end overclocking ones for this generation are gonna pull more power than we're used to from Nvidia.
that's exciting.
Yeah.
That means overclocks are not going to be as good as we hoped.
No, he did overclocking. There was some good performance jump, so it's still viable for that too. But
Okay.
yeah, it's just basically we haven't seen anything with ray tracing, and if we're just going off like raw performance to what we're used to, yeah, they seem overpriced for, like by like $200.
I want to know about the simulated light because some games have phenomenal graphics already.
Yeah,
And if they're gonna do better,
we gotta wait like a month or two. Yeah, before we
hurry
find
up and
out.
wait, right?
Yeah.
It's always hurry up and wait. That's life. That's life, though.
On a positive note, other cards have come substantially down in price.
Not for new. I've been watching new.
A brand new, no.
No,
Well,
used.
yes and no. You can find them. So we were looking on eBay the other day, and from reputable sellers, it's looking like $100 to $300 for a 1070 Ti right now,
Yeah.
which is bananas again.
So through eBay, yeah. I mean, major retailers still aren't bumping their prices down on them
No,
yet.
we had a one day where we were like half off, but that was just a weekend.
Just trying to move stock. Yeah.
Get it out of the way.
Get it
There's
out.
way too many still out there, so don't be afraid to buy.
Yeah.
Buy. Don't delay. Buy today.
Buy today.
Oh no, everybody,
That-
that was the consensus on the RTX was like don't pre-order and like wait. Wait to see like what it does with ray tracing before you make up your mind.
Really?
That
Yeah.
that could screw up games.
Yeah, I guess it could. Yeah, if it doesn't work.
Well, no, if the lighting isn't designed correctly in the game, like they found cheats around it to make it seem like something else is happening.
Right.
With the proper graphics
Oh, you
card,
have to. The game has to be at least designed to work with it, or from the ground up use it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're going to lose support for older games, though. For example, Diablo's lighting effects are
Rasterization's the most common. Yeah.
so if well, not all of them.
No, no.
Your actual lighting on your character is done through
It's all a bunch of magic tricks. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So if you have improper, if they wrote any of the code wrong for that, an effect might blind your whole screen and turn it white for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
If it's
Well, we gotta wait.
Wait to find out.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it just be easier, like, and I don't know how this stuff works, but if you're playing an older game and it doesn't detect that it's built into the game, just disable that feature? Isn't that how it should work?
I think that's how it's gonna work. Yeah.
I mean, that
Yeah.
that
'Cause
seems
they tested it with older games and nothing like that happened. It's
Okay.
just because it's not using it.
just because it hasn't happened doesn't mean it
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
but yeah, that's a really cool thing. I didn't see any of the benchmarks, but after hearing you talk about it, I'm probably gonna do some research.
Oh
on
no,
it.
they are powerful cards, but people like I saw a lot of people were saying that the 2070, like why? Because like it's like the Founders is like $700 and they're gonna retail for like 600, and like for that performance that you'll get with that, it's
Go get a
like,
1080 Ti.
yeah,
It's more.
it's
yeah.
gonna be more yeah, like,
Well, until the prices come down
Yeah.
from their inflation, it's straight up not worth it.
yeah. So we'll see where it's at income tax time.
None of the price points make sense to me.
No.
But that's just
Everything is crazy.
And that's what they were saying. Like a lot of people were saying too, like why like the price increase and all this, because AMD still doesn't have anything to really compete with the 10 series.
I think they're pulling something out though.
Well, we'll see.
I think that's why they're freaking out so much.
Maybe.
Who, AMD?
No, and Nvidia trying to push these out. Like, well, there is a rumor that Nvidia's gonna, or AMD's going to pump something new out. I think early next year.
Can you picture that? A Ryzen build with a Ryzen 7 chipset, octa-core processor, running amazing graphics by
I
itself.
think the next one is Navi, like the little fairy from Ocarina of Time.
I'm pumped.
Yeah.
Whatever's
Yeah,
happening.
I mean, that's the way history. It shows us already that that's the way it goes. Intel, AMD, and they
AMD, Nvidia.
eventually
yeah.
they won up. Yeah,
Yeah.
in Nvidia. I guess AMD and Intel, and then
AMD's,
it used to be ATI.
Yeah, we know. Yep.
And
AMD's Ryzen chipset pulled them from the grave.
Yeah, no, it's
definitely
what
were
they
about to
needed.
dive.
Well, no, it took them from a $1 company, like stock trading, like $1, to wherever they're at now.
doesn't matter.
Probably
I'm
a
still
lot,
not buying it.
I would,
I'm not on that wagon.
without
I'm
hesitation in my mind.
If I need a second build, I'd probably do an AMD build.
Go cheap.
Yeah, if it's a second build, yeah.
Yeah. What, you're staying Intel for primary?
Yeah, primary Intel, Nvidia, and then if I need to do any other builds, then I'll just go AMD.
Cool. Damn.
You're not kidding. They jumped up really fast. They went from 5 years ago. So about the time of 2017, right before the Ryzen chipset came out, it was priced at a little under $5.
Mm-hmm.
And then right after the chipset came out, it's at 32.
Yeah. And Mario was asking me, he's like, "Hey, what stock should I buy? What stock should I buy?" I'm like, "You see AMD, how it's like $1 and it just went to like 3 or 4? I'm like, buy that shit."
I wonder if he did.
I don't know.
Hopefully he lucked out with that
shoulda.
shit.
He fucking should have, because, yeah.
And Ryzen was predicted to be, like, people were like, this is going to be
like,
great.
Even, well, no, I'd say, like, how I remember the rumors was, like, a lot of people were hyped, but I think everybody was saying, like, I remember everybody saying, like, if it's not at least okay, that AMD's done. That's what I remember hearing.
They were.
Yeah.
So they basically pulled Nintendo. So this is our last ditch effort.
It's
if
a Hail
we can't
Mary.
get this out, it's
We're
done.
done. Yeah.
It's the end of the company.
Yeah. But the thing was, they just had to be okay. They just had to be a cheaper alternative to Intel and perform like a modern, you know, in the modern sense. And they hit it.
And I'm not, like, I always say it, and I always will. I don't hate AMD.
Well, you need competition.
Yes, you do need competition, and you get it's a good option for cheaper.
It's the budget option. It's bang for your buck. It's going to probably run hotter and use a little more power.
It actually uses less power.
Now it does. Okay. See, I haven't run anything since Horizon's been out.
So a neat other thing that they kind of forced Intel to do, because they released that multi-core, is things started to optimize for that. So Intel released their multi-core, their hex cores, which now means developers are optimizing
For at least.
at first for the first 4 cores.
Yeah.
because that's what they want to do now, which is amazing. That's going to
About
speed
time.
up everything.
Yeah, well, Nick and I have talked about this in the past. How like we're still we were in like a dual core world for like ever.
And we still kind of are.
Still kind of are. Yeah.
We're almost out of it.
Well, there's still some single-threaded stuff out there.
Yeah, true.
So,
Some things only need 1 thread or 2 threads, but most games and applications will run significantly more efficiently.
Well, people are finally really starting in mass to develop for multiple cores.
you never got to run XP, did you?
No, I did.
You did?
Yeah, my parents suck.
But did do you remember that? What a way to say it. I couldn't say it better.
I'm sorry.
I
didn't-
don't know them, so I'm not insulting you people, but
I had dial-up till I was like 12.
yeah, no, we got that. No, do you remember like 32-bit versus 64-bit XP and how awful 64 was?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, because it was the first, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. First 64-bit operating system.
it was horrible.
Even today, what people don't realize is now we exclusively offer 64-bit systems. You can't really download Windows 10 and 32. That means
Yeah,
your
well,
32
you
bits don't
can.
work.
You can, but
Yeah.
it's not like a primary option boom right there on the page. You know what
Yeah,
I
but
mean?
if you do use the media creation tool and then download whatever ISO, you get all the options are in there at the 64 and 32-bit. But yeah,
So
That's
the
lucky.
options there, they just don't make it easy for you.
Well, it's going away. I'm positive of that. And a lot of
anytime-
applications are going to be dead as soon as it does.
anytime a computer comes in to the shop and it is 32-bit, like I try look, a reload's probably your best bet. You're on 32-bit Windows and you have like 8 gigs of RAM installed. Your system is only addressing like a little over 3. Yeah, so usually people go for the reload option. But how did they get to the point of 8 gigs on a 32-bit OS though? That's what
Crazy.
yeah, horrible. Whoever built that, whoever recommended it, quit your job.
End it now. You're not worth our time anymore.
I'm over here, James. You guys carry it.
Oh.
What you had something big. You didn't want to say. You said you wanted to say it. What
Oh,
was
that
it?
was the Linux
The
thing.
Linux.
We just
Oh,
kind of
okay.
transitioned well into it, so I
Yeah,
figured
you guys.
now was the time.
You guys really covered it. So
Okay.
I'm super excited for it. I think it's going to change. It's over the next year. We're definitely going to see it more developed.
I'm on the wait and see list. I mean, it does sound promising, but
If done correctly, I
Yeah.
could see Nvidia and AMD being like, "That's it. You don't need
Windows,
this. This is
yeah,
it now."
Yeah, this is it. Yeah.
Which I would be very pumped for. I do have questions.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and pull them up right here. Boop, boop, boop.
What do you mean? Like like last week?
Oh yeah, I got a bunch. Like, we don't have to keep going with these, but like, I think some of them are
them
genuinely
in.
interesting.
All right.
Oh, it's a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you had like questions from legit people.
Well, I do have some questions from the chat if you'd like to
Sure.
hear those.
Oh yeah, that's what I thought. You meant
address
too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hope Hughes would like to know, why don't you guys like apple pie or...
Oh no, I like apple pie. I'm
Oh
just
yeah,
saying
apple
it's not
pie's
my
great.
favorite.
It's not my favorite.
I enjoy
sure.
it, but
What
yeah,
about
Apple
pumpkin
pie?
pie?
I enjoy it. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah. It's
We got just past the subject whenever she commented, and I was like,
Yeah, you can't come around Thanksgiving if you do, and you're not having some pumpkin pie.
yeah.
You gotta leave.
yeah. Well, oh no, like I'm a fan of most pies. It's
Yeah.
just I had to pick a favorite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
picking a favorite, strawberry rhubarb above all.
Yeah.
All right. Also, welcome to everyone else that's joining the chat for the first time.
I
Shane.
don't know any pie that I don't like. Thinking about it,
Are we?
I haven't had all pies.
Or
either,
we're
though.
talking.
So.
Are we talking specifically just sweet pies? Because you can have like pot pies and like meat pies and stuff like that.
Yeah, okay,
too.
I don't like ham pot pie.
Oh, I love ham pot pie.
I mean, I like the dough, but I just not a fan of ham.
See,
so
I think I'm a fan of like all pies still. Like
yeah, and then I'm not.
Yeah.
If you're going with that route,
Yeah. No, because I like that pie.
I'm not really a gigantic pie guy, but whenever I find a pie that I like, it's pie.
It's pie.
It's
pie time. It's high time for pie time.
Pie time, definitely pie time.
Okay, so you got a question?
Questions, yes. So, first question is going to be... Boop, 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 boop. All right. It's the $1 million game. You guys
Oh,
ever
$1
heard
million
of this?
but yeah.
Yeah, so you
yeah,
got
I know.
something. So, first
we
one...
don't have any other games.
Well, last week we just
Okay.
played Would You Rather. Let's do this one now.
Oh, this is the $1 million.
Yeah, it's $1
All
million,
right, all right.
but yeah.
So $1 million, but sometime, somewhere, someone that you hate with all of your guts will come and suck your dick.
But every time I what?
Did I hate?
Just once. Somewhere
Oh,
in your
just
life.
once. Just once.
You get $1 million, but someone that you burning hatred for comes over to you, and it has to happen.
Yeah, I'd probably take that deal.
Do they still do the little lobotomies where they crack your head with, you know what I mean?
Why
Like,
is
Not that much. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
think.
Not so much anymore?
Not so much
Alright.
anymore.
well, if that's not an option, then yeah, no. I don't know,
You
man.
pass.
I'll take the money. Give me the
Yeah,
money.
give 'em the money.
Give me the
All right,
fucking
give 'em
money.
the
I'm
money.
greedy.
This one's a little bit tougher.
No shame.
Well, are you taking the money?
Yeah, you didn't play some of these
I'd-
last
I'd
week.
take the money.
You take the money.
I'd
All right.
take the money.
Okay.
I think most people are gonna take the money. What? You want one?
Yeah,
$1 million.
No, we got to
But-
do a pass off here, people.
For cigarettes? Oh. Yeah.
$1 million? Fuck, I quit. That's too.
Nick, you're rich. You can buy 6 packs of cigarettes now.
That's right. I'm rich, bitch.
$1 million, but every time that you fall asleep, you wake up with a new person spooning you. They don't know how they got there. You don't know how they got there, but you have to explain your way out of it.
Oh, you have to.
And
do
it's like
the
a random
explaining?
person every day.
Could be a guy, could be a girl, could be it's a person.
It's a person, an adult at least. Let's say they got to be an adult.
Nope.
Then nah, I'm not. I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't want to deal with like a scared
That's where
kid.
you draw the line.
Yeah, because like if a scared kid wakes up in your bed and you have to explain.
Yeah, I'm
that
gonna
to
stay
the,
broke, man.
and you have to explain that to the kid and then to everybody else. No,
Yeah, I'm
not-
staying broke.
no,
For,
yeah.
for sure.
Not
I'm
taking
gonna
that
be
one.
broke on this one, son.
If they were all adults, I might take the cash then.
All right, $1 million. I would take the cash regardless. I think that it would be easy to just go, okay, I'm moving to a new country.
Hey Nick, never mind, man. Never mind.
No, I was looking for something else for you. You got to find your own option for a tray.
Oh yeah,
That's
I can do
unfortunate.
that.
I have two
You
here.
got a cup right there.
Yeah, I do have a cup.
All right,
that'll
water it down, man.
That'll work.
Now, what was the question? Oh, I'm broke.
no,
I'm broke on this one.
You're not doing the children.
You
Okay.
toss
Yeah,
me
because that could end up real bad.
Yeah, that's that. There's the
Yep.
the potential for like hairy situations. Yeah, it's just
Not
not
only
not
that,
worth
I
it.
just-
But
wouldn't-
Harry, he would be there like every other night.
Yeah, but just the whole just to benefit, that's going to go bad. All right, got it. The whole potential for either scaring somebody, really
yeah.
freaking them out. I
If-
wouldn't want to impose that on somebody else for my own personal gain.
If they were if it was like 18 and up, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, but if
But,
it's
yeah.
just random, or
yeah.
you said it could be an animal.
No, he said
No,
a
it's just
person.
people.
He said
Just-
Okay,
I was
I was
about
thinking-
to say animal to add to it, but
Yeah, I was thinking I end up with some big ass wolf in the bed, and I got or whatever cheetah. I'm not
Yeah.
fighting that shit off. Fuck no.
I wrote some of these super late at night, and some of them I got from other people that brought them to me. Okay,
That's fine.
$1 million, but every time that you play a video game, a random control doesn't work. Could be a control that you never use. Could be something important.
No, not taking
You
it.
could exit off of the game
Not
and get back
taking.
up. Not
Nope.
doing it.
No.
Yeah, that ruins the whole
Yeah.
experience.
No.
Well, it might not.
No. No thanks.
I feel like you just have a shoddy computer at that point. $1 million, but there's two of these. I really like both of them. $1 million, but once a year, for one day, your conscious and unconscious minds swap.
Ooh,
Every day, once a day.
No. Once a year,
Okay.
for one
every
day.
year, for one day.
For one day.
Correct.
So then my subconscious takes over for a day.
Yes. So you would be fully aware that that happened. However, everything that you know would be impossible to grasp, and everything you dream would be too impossible to understand.
Okay, and what about when you're talking?
You don't. You wouldn't
So you're
be able
not
to do that
talking.
during your event.
Okay, that's pretty tough, man. Because
Because it is only one day.
you're freaking out.
But it's for the rest of your life, and you only get $1 million. That's 10 years of $100,000 of pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no-
but you
no.
can stretch it out.
no dice, man. No dice.
I would take it.
No, hell no.
I think I'd take it. I just like lock myself in a room that day. Make sure that
You don't know what day.
Oh, it's a random day.
Yeah,
it's a
see,
random day.
Random day. So that's the thing, man. I mean, that's on the equivalent of freaking
Man, I'm
out,
gonna have
like
to say no.
going all werewolf on somebody.
I'm gonna
I
have to
would
go.
do it.
That's a
Can't do
no
that
for me,
shit.
dog.
I'd do it. No question in my mind.
Okay, what you got next?
All right, I got a few. So the next one, I really like this one as well. Again, once a year. So you get $1 million, but I completely forgot it. I gotta look it up. $1 million, but once a year you're only able to face the direction north. You can't turn.
What's wrong with that?
For how long?
Just one day.
For one day, you have to face north.
Yeah, you can't
All
do
day.
anything else.
We can do other stuff, but you just have to stay facing north.
Yep, you're unable to turn.
Random day once again.
Random day.
I'd take that one.
Yeah, that's easy there, man.
Oh no, there's a fire in your building.
Yeah, but you just have to walk. I can run pretty. I can run backwards and sideways pretty fast.
You would have to strafe and then backpedal, which I already do operating a camera, so I'm good.
Yeah, I can run backwards pretty fast, so I'm not worried about it.
I got one from a shout out.
That's
By the way,
easy,
if the audience members, anyone watching the stream, has any ideas for these, feel free to throw them out. I'll be more than happy to say them. This is a shout out.
Oh, that can go real bad.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting though. Shout out to one of my friends who told me this one.
Well, shout them out.
Shouty, shout. So, $1 million, but in the course of your lifetime, you have to have Hulk Hogan.
What?
Have sex with you.
Oh, I gotta have sex with Hulk Hogan once a year.
No. He gets to have sex with you.
Okay, so Hulk Hogan's gonna bang me once a year.
Yes.
Nah.
It'd be real.
You guys both said nah way faster than I did. That
it'd be
makes
awkward.
me.
It'd be awkward,
Okay.
and you know he'd get real racist with it.
Hulk
What?
Hulk,
You didn't hear about
What?
that?
What?
All right, Hulk Hogan today or from the 80s?
Doesn't matter. I think this thing is
still
the same
not.
length.
Still no. Well, you didn't hear about Gawker? Like, you know who Gawker is? Like,
No.
Like they're out of business now, but like some dude.
Wait, did you say Docker?
Gawker?
Gawker.
No, I've never heard of them.
So somebody who Hulk Hogan knew hid a camera in his room and let him have sex with his wife, and then like blackmailed him and released it
On the internet.
on the internet. And Hulk Hogan sued and like got a shit ton of money for it. But
Yeah.
it also leaked in the video. Hulk Hogan said a bunch of racist stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so bad they took him off the Hall of Fame for the WWE.
Oh, they did that too? Oh,
they put him
damn.
back in now, like pretty recently, but he was
Right.
out for a couple years.
Damn.
What?
Yeah.
Even? I didn't know that about Hulk.
Yeah.
I thought he was a
I
genuinely
used to have
nice guy.
a kid, like a kid
Oh no,
size.
like, Macho
of-
Man Randy Savage hated him. Like a lot, some people, from what I hear about Hulk Hogan, it's a love him or hate him type of deal.
That's like a Steve Harvey thing. He was a real jerk to everyone apparently, and you either think he's okay or you hate his guts.
Dude, while we're on the wrestling thing real quick,
Okay.
this is a trip back into the past. As a teenager, when I was locked up at one point in a detention center, there was one of the staff that worked there looked like Roddy Piper. Like identical, but it wasn't him.
But did you make like they live jokes?
Yeah, there was all kind of jokes. But yeah, his name was it was either Mr. or Mrs., and then their first name is how you addressed all the staff.
Yeah.
And this dude's name was Mr. Rob. But yeah, just like, and he even did the wrestler have tattoos?
Roddy Piper? I don't think so.
Yeah, that's the only thing that was different. This guy did have some. He had been in the service and that, and so he had some tattoos. But good dude, Mr. Rob, good dude for sure.
All right, what else you got?
Just wanted to point out that one of our viewers right now has claimed that the new person every morning is a common thing for him. I believe that was Mike in the chat.
The new
New person? every morning?
The $1 million, but you wake up with a new person spooning you every day. He's informed me that that's very common for him.
Oh, okay, cool.
Huh, cool.
I just thought it
You
was
getting the money?
Is he getting the money? Yeah.
Yeah, if you're getting
I
the money,
think he gets
dude,
the money.
fucking sign us up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'll take half of that for telling you about it.
I changed my
Wait,
mind.
is it a Mike I know?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take that.
All right. So, $1 million. Oh gosh, I flipped it. $1 million, but you are never truly satisfied by food again. Something will taste slightly off. Nothing will be exactly.
Nothing
the
will
way
be
you want.
delicious. It'll just be meh.
Not
at
even,
best.
not even meh. Like
But
you
just
can
off.
have good food,
Did I
but
freeze?
something will always be off to you, and it'll kind of ruin the experience because you're so close. But
Yeah, I could do that.
I don't think I'd want to.
I could do it.
How do you
I'd take
live
that.
through that?
Because like I have to like most of the time I have to like eat like after my kid whatever she doesn't want to eat, and it's kind of odd, you know, like I eat like that anyway. So yeah,
Okay.
I already do that. It's fine. I'll take the $1 million and keep doing
Yeah, I'll
that.
take the money.
Yeah.
I've smoked for a long time, so shit's already off.
Yeah, your taste buds are fried. Yeah.
Shit's been off for like 30 years.
Yeah.
Being
So-
a big guy, I'm gonna stick with the food because you get like that ecstasy sometimes from eating just a wonderful burger or a steak.
Maybe not us.
Maybe
So
not us.
good.
I mean,
My reward center is much bigger
Yeah.
because of food.
I think there's a reason why Nick and I are.
The very thin, and I am not.
Yeah.
All right, $1 million, but for 6 months of your lives,
Mm-hmm.
you'll be late to everything you go to by 1 hour.
For just that 6 months.
Just that 6 months. That's it. Then you get the money. Or you get the money and then it happens.
Is it like so is this like I have to take the deal, or can I plan out like a week for the deal? You know, like I have some time to like prepare and be like, okay, I know I'm gonna be late for everything, and I'm not gonna like do anything serious for the next 6 months. You know,
Or I got work to be to, so I'm gonna go an hour early.
but you're gonna get $1 million, so it doesn't matter if you get fired. You know,
Not immediately. I suppose if you could make that last for longer than 10 years, it really doesn't matter on
you
a
can find
resume
another
either way.
job after that too. Yeah,
Right. But
And you'd be living a life of luxury for that time of searching
Yeah.
for the job.
actually,
I think I'd take
I think
that.
I'd take it.
I'd take that one. Yeah.
Nick?
I don't know, man. I like the stuff I do.
Well, the reason that it even came up is because that's my mom's life every day.
What?
She's always late by
Always
at least
late?
an hour to everything she wants to
I
do.
am.
It's very...
I run pretty late. I do everything last minute.
Really, you could have fooled me, Nick.
Yeah, we wouldn't have guessed.
Yeah.
See
No,
you
I do
today, guys.
Last minute.
We've only been sitting out here waiting in the parking lot taking prices writing. What time do you
Only
think
like
he's
an
gonna
hour.
get here? Yeah.
Only like
What
an
time,
hour.
What time do you think he's gonna get here? I got 145. I got 155. All
Hey,
right.
you always got to keep people guessing.
$1 million, but you can't use it to buy things. You could only give it away.
Oh yeah, I do that. Yeah.
You do it? You take your time to give away $1 million?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought this over, and the true question is $1 million, but you can't spend a single penny of it. And I thought, what if I put it in a bank account and accrue interest on it? Because $1 million in interest rate.
So can you spend the interest then?
I'd assume
Yeah.
it doesn't specify that in the question, so I think I would do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, if you're gonna do it that way. then
there's
yeah.
ways to hack it, but
Yeah.
I would give it away.
I was
give
just
it away.
I was just taking it at the moral center of the question. You know what I mean?
I would try to pass it on, and hopefully somebody would pass something back someday.
Yeah, man.
I'm not-
Maybe. Well, they could immediately give it back to you because that's not your $1 million anymore. That's theirs.
Right.
You could just be like, hey, I'll give you $1 million, but then you have to give me immediately back 500,000.
Half
Oh,
of it.
yeah.
Hell
Give
yeah,
half
I'll take
back.
that.
Yeah, you take that deal.
Or they could technically screw you over, take the $1 million and run, knowing that you could never.
That's why you get a gun first.
Oh, we're getting dark. All right.
You ain't running.
We haven't covered any shooting news for a while.
And let's not.
There was a bunch. Yeah,
I know,
Yeah.
let's not. Let's not. Cause
Actually, I haven't paid attention to it that much. Have there been any school shootings?
not school. There's been like a bunch of workplace ones that I've heard
All right,
about.
so maybe the kids are getting smarter.
No.
Let's
Let's
not. I'm
push
not
the
getting
issue.
into it. Yeah,
They're
I'm not.
planning it out better. That's it.
And this is
They're building their own gun.
he can't. I call it the Nick always has to talk about the gummy bear gang rape. He always just has to. He always has to bring up some fucking downer subject every time. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna talk about some real serious shit, and it's like the gummy bear gang rape time. All right,
Hey,
let's do
it happens just
because he wants to talk about it and make light of it.
because it hasn't happened here doesn't mean it don't happen.
Yeah.
All right. I'll tell you guys a story of an interesting event that happened kind of involving that. It will lighten up the mood a little bit. I
What,
think.
school shooting?
Not exactly that.
Okay.
Something
okay.
along those lines.
Well, that's what I was talking about.
So I used to volunteer at a place called Haggerty's Mansion. Have you guys ever heard it? They call
I
it
know about
Ravenwood.
it, yeah.
It's
It's a
internationally
haunted.
famous.
Yeah, I know haunted mansion. Around
People
Wh-
from
which
all
one?
over the
Where is that?
Bucaria,
Pass
Pennsylvania.
House
Yeah,
Up by the people called it Stop and Steal.
way past that.
way past it.
Yeah, but you can get up there that way.
Yeah,
You go up
yeah,
and turn
it's-
left, right
It's
by
out,
it.
out like you're heading Prince Skillets.
They had like
It's
the
international people from California come in just to go
yeah,
to this
they were
house.
like halfway decent actors that
Yeah, I was one of the
well,
actors.
they use a lot of volunteers.
right.
Yeah.
So which one were you?
I did a few different things. They didn't hire me because I was too young, and then I came back because someone got sick from the epilepsies the strobe lights were giving them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I went into his room, and they just loved me from there. So they hired me on, and it was good. But anyway,
You're a
So-
professional spooker.
it's professional spooky. Yeah, my face did it. So at the end of every term that we do, they play a giant practical prank on someone. It's practical in the eyes of the beholder. So my first year there, they had fired some people because they were pretty crappy people. They were doing some illicit things, etc.
Okay.
And the last night that we were supposed to be open, someone came back with a gun. It wasn't a real gun. It was a gun shoot. Well, it was a real gun. It was a gun with blanks. And they went through the bottom floors, and people were screaming. We weren't busy. It was the last night. We're well past Halloween. People were screaming. You could hear blanks being fired into the wall, and they would smack on something. and a few of the people in the house were in on it. So you'd hear like a body drop, and there was blood, and people were running past them, and
Yeah, that's kind of a really grim, dark, practical joke.
so it gets
Yeah.
worse. So they put everyone inside of a very tiny room, and they locked us in and said, "This is the only place we can get you to." Several of the people had literally run into the woods because they were so afraid,
Yeah, no shit.
including one of my friends, Michaela.
Yeah, no shit.
And yeah, it was very frightening.
Yeah, no shit.
So we're
Damn.
sitting up in the room, and we hear a person outside of the door that's supposed to be like holding it shut. We hear one of the blanks fire, and then
Drop.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then like a scream, and then a second blank fire, and then a light little pad like he hit his head, and then whole room in there went dead silent.
Oh, yeah.
Kids,
Yeah, no shit.
children, and the door starts to creak open, and this dude with a knife, not the dude up there, a dude in this thing, the small room with a knife comes. He's like, "I'm gonna kill you," and then he gets right up on him. He goes, "This is a giant joke, isn't it?" And he goes, "Yeah, you guys got pranked," and everyone was like crying
Damn.
and in tears,
And
and
that guy almost got stabbed.
yeah,
Yeah.
he almost died.
Yeah.
Um,
So no, because if it were me in that situation, I would have not asked questions. I would have just
Yeah.
stabbed the motherfucker.
So here's how they even got us further. So before the night even began, there was issues with cell phones coming out. There was no actual issues. They were playing up the issues. So they force took everyone's cell phones the night of, so no one could
Yeah.
accidentally call
Well,
911.
I tell you what, I'm never going back there.
They're not open, are they?
Not until the holiday season.
Yeah, I'm
I
not.
think they shut it down.
Yeah, still, I ain't going back there. Fuck that.
Just imagine if somebody had been like an off-duty officer with a gun,
Gun and-
or,
yeah.
or concealed carry permit
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
been in there. That could have went.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Way
Up and
south, man.
fast. And
Remember
it was
that-
not a good.
Yeah.
It was fun to do it, but aside from that, it was not fun. My friend didn't go up to the room. She knew what to do. She's not from around here. She's from places where those things
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
happen. And she took off
Took off,
outside
yeah.
into the woods and was missing for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that would have been like way further south than fucking Antarctica, man.
yeah.
Yeah. After the show, you let me know who pulled that prank, so I know to stay the fuck away from them.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
It was a group. Anyway, it was an event, and so I experienced what it was like to be in one
Yeah.
without actually being. It's
Yeah.
neat.
Now, was
I don't
that
know if I
was
just-
that was that research to go into one of these like real like not haunted but like the horror experiences that other haunted houses do? Like people sign up for the extreme haunted houses.
Whenever I worked there, we made you sign a waiver because we
Right,
have
right.
had people, like for example, you think that the pooping your pants because you're so scared is a myth. It is
No,
not a myth.
hell
People
no.
have literally shit on the floor.
Right, but I'm saying like some of the more extreme experiences for Halloween, and people sign up for them. Was that you guys doing research into moving that way or
I don't
what?
think so. You're trying to make like a witty quip here. And I
No,
don't-
no. I was wondering because some of them experiences are fucking crazy.
I don't
Like
know.
I wouldn't sign up for them. It's
I
not
don't-
for me.
I
So
don't dabble in that.
if you're okay with being a little scared, it's not. It's nothing. It's almost laughable with some of the stuff. But when you get an actor that was really into it, like I had a gigantic drill that I would shove into this dummy's face that freaked out and would like lash against it whenever I shoved it in. That's what she said. You can scare people. I've had people, like I said, poop on the floor, pee on the floor. There's people who laugh at me too, and I'll get right up in your face and mess with you real bad. But sometimes you just can't scare someone. And if you're aware of that, that's golden. It's a great time either way. I'd hate when people yell at me and stuff, but
Hey, did they pay well?
no.
No. Ooh, ooh.
It's a seasonal.
For a month of work, I got $300. Basically paid for gas.
Worked there and now he's damning the man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't a good leave either, but that's okay.
Hey.
I think we're on better terms now. She's nice, the owner.
Whew. So damn. How long have we been going? I don't know how to segue out of that.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I was going to say, coming out of it, I think that it sounds very cynical, but I think more people should experience the test like that because it really taught me a lot about how I react, and it kind of curved how I react to other things in my life after that.
Hold on, did I show you guys the new gun?
Did someone just got their concealed carry?
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that could have went bad, man.
It very well
Luckily
was
it didn't.
on the border of going south very quickly.
I would never want to have part in a prank like that just for the risk of something going that
Yeah.
bad.
No.
Because you could end up in trouble too.
Yeah, you can.
Like a lot of trouble.
yeah.
Yeah. Dumb.
I don't even know what charge it. What?
let's just
Yeah,
dumb.
fuck it.
It's
I don't.
dumb.
Yeah,
dumb.
it's dumb. Don't do it, people.
Dumb.
Dum.
Dum.
Oh, we harmonized.
Yeah,
That.
no.
For
I'm
a
pretty good
brief
at that.
second.
I can sync up with.
Okay, that one didn't go.
That was bad.
but
All right.
you
We're not
dropped
singing.
off. Yeah.
We're not singing this week, people.
That's
No,
okay.
I was going to.
All
We're
right,
gonna stop before
I'm
we
really
did.
getting the gun out.
No, but what else? We can go back to the questions if you want. I like some of them.
How long have we been running?
Oh, like 45,
Yeah.
50, 60
All right,
minutes.
let's go back. Let's finish it out on some cheesecake.
An hour and 8 minutes is what we've been going at.
Oh, okay.
Finish it out on some cheesecake.
Yeah, let's finish it out on some cheesecake questions here, man. What do you got now?
Oh,
Yeah.
So I think cheesecake questions.
Oh,
I
no,
thought
no,
you meant talk about the cheesecake again.
No. Cheesecake is just what I use as a term for like some easy, fluffy stuff to
Fluff,
talk about.
man, fluff.
Yeah,
I
fluff,
am
yeah.
a big fan of cheesecake. That's all I'm saying.
I know. Well,
We just
actually,
had
no.
this
You
conversation.
Yeah, and I thought you said that like you
Particular types
were
of
that you were
cheesecake.
meh on cheesecake.
I'm
He's
meh.
backpedaling so hard.
You know what I meant. All right, every dollar, $1 million, but every dollar that you spend comes out of your ass in a tiny capsule but rolled up.
No,
That's a lot of.
that's a lot.
Ooh,
Yeah.
no.
It'd be just like pooping.
Yeah, but still, like, if I want to buy a car, man, whoo.
All right. Do you think you pooped 1,000,000 times in your life?
Probably.
I don't think
but
a million, but you could poop out a substantial amount at once. Like I have a healthy bowel movement. You would lose weight, I assume.
I'm gonna say no.
I would do
Yeah,
it.
I'm not
Yeah,
doing it,
I'm
man.
not
That's
doing it. Diverticulitis. No, I don't want to mess with
You
that.
would have terrible hemorrhoids.
Yeah. No thanks.
Terrible.
I'm good where I'm at.
Yeah.
I'm broke. Fucking broke, son.
All right. $1 million, but you can never get to the true end of a video game or movie. Right before you either pass out, you
no.
fall asleep, something happens.
No, man. I like.
Yeah, like closure. Yeah.
Yeah, closure is a good thing.
All right. This is an interesting one because you can work around it or you could take it at its base.
Okay.
$1 million, but you develop a severe mental disability. Something that would almost handicap you a little bit.
At random, like a random disability.
Your pick, honestly.
On my
so you
pick.
could have something like severe depression or severe anxiety, like you have random anxiety attacks.
So I could take like the crazy, like I could take like a form of autism that I'm like really socially awkward, but like Rain Man. When it comes
and
to
you would have
certain
$1
things.
million.
And I'd have $1 million to build a Rain
All right.
Man empire off of.
What's the question?
Is this how you game it?
I don't really know. So that's one of the ways that you
Yeah,
could.
you could-
I'm sure there's
okay.
a bunch that you could actually throw.
What's the question?
$1 million, but you have to take some sort of severe mental disability.
Some kind of disability, but you get to pick.
You get to pick.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I'm rich.
I don't think I
I'm
would.
rich, bitch.
I don't think I'd want to live with that.
You don't
as
think?
much. No.
All
I
right,
think if you ever realize yourself, it would become terribly.
Okay, next one.
What about you could just be rich and have real bad anxiety, and then you just buy a bunch of Xanax.
Yeah.
And you're rich.
Yeah, like you can
work.
pick it, you know what I mean?
And no, people, anybody out there, I'm not
Yeah,
making
we're not
light of
trying to make it-
anxiety
no,
at
no.
all. I know it's bad. I know people that deal with it, and yeah, it's horrible.
All right, this one will be extra interesting. You get $1 million, but everyone that you know, everyone in the world gets $500,000.
Everyone I've ever met.
Everyone.
Isn't that going to cause like inflation?
That's the idea.
Yeah.
So if you take it, you'll technically be twice as rich as everyone else, but at the same time,
That I've met.
everyone else on the planet.
Oh, everyone else on the planet. No, I'm not going to screw. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna,
no, that's too much
I'm
of
not
an
going to screw up
offset.
the economy. I'm not going to screw up the economy like that.
global economy.
Yeah, global economy.
Yeah, fuck that.
I mean,
no.
it's not going to do any good, really.
It hasn't done good so far.
No.
No. So, no, we're broke, man.
Yeah.
$1 million, but somewhere you live with the knowledge that there is a land shark killing people.
Land shark?
You don't know where.
Fuck is a land shark? Shark on land?
Yeah,
Shark
shark
on
on
land.
land.
I'm going to take the money because like lions and hippos kill people that I don't know about all the time too.
But you are able to tell someone about this. It's unknown. No one knows if it's real or not. Just a land shark is killing people.
Yeah, I'll take the money and spread the word that we got to go find this land shark.
Yeah. Sharknado.
Yeah.
Three
And if nobody
or four.
believes me, then whatever. I have $1 million.
That's a valid point.
Yeah.
I go with it too.
Yeah. That's an easy
Yeah.
one.
All right.
Too easy, man. Too easy.
We'll leave one for the road, okay?
All
This
right,
will be
one for the
last
road. Yep.
All right, $1 million. But you have to come in on time for your podcast every day.
What's on time?
Well, yeah, he is. Well, you're the
Whose time?
you
Whose time?
You
Next
set
time.
the time
Oh,
of
you
2.
do.
Yeah.
You picked the time of 2 today.
I think we went live at like 2:11.
Yeah, we were actually really
We were
good.
pretty
Today
close,
was an
yeah.
amazing day.
It was
So-
closer than
complimenting
last
you.
week, and
It
I was
closer.
here
Earlier.
later.
Like we're meeting
Oh,
up.
yeah.
We're meeting up early and like going and having dinner. Like it's not like he said like a hard. Originally, it was supposed to be like we wanted to get here at 1.
Yeah.
But that's not like a
Well,
hard.
I wanted to go on the air at 1.
Yeah.
But that's just too early for
No,
me.
no, no.
Yeah.
But I suggested we need to just get here like at around 1 then, so we can set up and whatnot. But
I think overall it's good.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah, I would
Yeah.
take the $1 million and be on time. Yeah, sure.
I don't think I could do it.
Well, whose time, though?
Well, it's just whoever sets the time.
so let's say that you all agree to meet at 2. You would have to be
Everybody
there
would have to be here at
at
2.
2.
Oh,
or
at
you
2?
wouldn't
Yeah.
get
Oh,
the $1 million.
Whatever time we
Yeah, I
agree
got
on.
that, man. I was here before, too. So,
He was. What time were you here at?
It's like 150-ish.
I'm taking that as a my win.
149, 151, one of the two.
It was like 150-ish, something around there.
Yeah.
All right. So I think that's about it.
When I went past the 9th Street Bridge at like
Collapsed.
18, 20 miles an hour, debating on passing the line of traffic in front of me, I was just like, I'm going to wait. I'll probably get pulled over.
That's fine. It's all right.
All right. Well, I think that's it for today.
That's it for this week.
That is it. Next week, we gonna live it too.
Live it.
Live- we'll
I
try-
wanna
yeah,
try
live it
at
too.
2. Live at 2:30.
I like 2 better than 1. I like 2 way better than 1. So
Sucks you work at 5 because it would rhyme if we could do live at 5.
I know.
Yeah.
Believe me, I thought of that like months ago. But hey,
Live in 5.
that's just not the way this cookie has crumbled.
That's unfortunate. But it's been a good day overall.
We're gonna take our squeaky chairs out of here, people,
All right. We'll see you next week.
with hopefully moon rides.
Yeah.
Hopefully moon rides.